Okay, good evening and welcome to the County Board of the Town of Rossney regular meeting for Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. Please rise and join me for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so,
Roll call.
well, Supervisor Levenberg was able to,
No, let me do the roll call.
you did the roll call, okay?
Councilmember Minicchio,
Here.
Councilmember Meyer,
Present.
Councilmember Fields to Will,
Here.
and Deputy Supervisor Feldman.
Present. Okay. Supervisor Levenberg is under the weather and unable to join us tonight, so I will be taking over running the meeting, and we all wish her that she feels better very soon. Okay, first, we're opening the public hearing for the artist communities on our local law on the artist communities. We have a, sorry. First on our agenda, we have a public hearing on a proposed law to establish a special permit use for artist communities. Before I open it up to the public, I'm going to turn it over to Town Council Adana to explain the recommended steps on this local law.
Yes, thank you. So one of the required steps under the code was for the planning board to review the proposed local law and provide their comments. The planning board did have that as an agenda item at their meeting last Wednesday night, and they were very good in turning around the comments to us by yesterday, but that still really wasn't enough time for them to be reviewed and for this board to consider them for tonight, and for members of the public. So what I would recommend is it is a continuation of the public hearing. So if there are any members of the public who have any comments on the current local law, which has not changed from the past several public hearings that have been held, we can hear from the public, and then I would recommend that the board consider one more continuation of this public hearing to your November 10th meeting, so that the board has an opportunity to review the comments of the planning board at the work session next week and determine if any of them should be incorporated into the law.
Okay, great. Is there anyone from the public who would like to address the board on this local law?
If you're appearing by Zoom, raise your virtual hand and we will allow you to speak.
Okay, seeing no one, can I have a motion to adjourn this public hearing to November 10th, please? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next we have a public hearing on proposed local law to regulate bicycles, e-bikes, and e-scooters in the town. Once again, I'm going to turn it over to Council Adana to explain the status of this law.
Yeah, so the board had a discussion about this at your work session last week. And based on that, I did make some proposed changes. There's one issue that we had discussed, which was the primary change that was made to law, which was instead focusing more on the issues that are under local control and just citing or cross-referencing the state legislation that also regulates and would trump local legislation on this matter. So again, I do think it would be beneficial if we could just hold this over to November 10th for, I think it'll be a brief discussion, but just one more work session discussion, just to get the law in final form and see if the board has any comments based upon the revised draft that was circulated last week. But again, it is a public hearing, so if there's anyone.
Yeah, so if there's anyone from the public who would like to speak on our e-bikes proposed law, raise your virtual hand. All right, seeing no one. So we'll hold that one off till, all right, can I have a motion to adjourn to the public hearing to November 10th?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, one more public hearing. This time for local law to increase income limits for senior citizen real property tax exemption. This local law will opt the town into the maximum income limits allowed under the state law and expanding the eligibility for this exemption. We've discussed this, so is there anyone from the public who would like to address the board on this local law? Any board colleagues have any more comments on this? All right, can I have a motion to adjourn this public hearing?
I think, sorry to interrupt, I think the board might be in a position on this one to close the public hearing. And then we can put it on for approval resolution at your November 10th meeting. If you're so inclined.
Great.
Motion to close public hearing.
Motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second. Go. All in favor? Aye. All right. So moving on to announcements. Supervisor has been so kind as to give me her announcements. I will read them. All right. As we have mentioned and will continue to do so, you should have received notices already regarding the new Westchester Power electrical supply contract. This new contract will help us lower our carbon footprint with 100% green electrical supply and guaranteed steady rates, which we know is so important in our current volatile energy market. Learn about the new contract by visiting www.sustainablewestchester.org/WP. Please get the facts so you can make an educated decision about whether to stay in the program or opt out when the new contract goes into effect November 1st. Cold and flu season is upon us, as evidenced by Supervisor Lee Missick. Make sure to get your flu shot to be protected against the flu this season. In addition to the new COVID-19 booster, which protects us against the original strain and Omicron strain of the virus. COVID vaccines are offered at OVAC on Fridays. Walk-ins are welcomed, but appointments are preferred. Please make your appointment at www.ossiningsvac.org. OVAC is not yet offering flu vaccines, but flu vaccines are available locally at most pharmacies and healthcare providers. The Westchester County Clerk's Office will be bringing its community outreach mobile office to the Joseph G. Caputo Community Center on Wednesday, October 26th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Apply for a passport, access notary services, and more. Make your plans now to assist the service so that you're ready when the necessary paperwork on the 26th. With the necessary paperwork on the 26th. We will send you a separate e-blast with more details this weekend so you can prepare. Saturday, October 29th is National Prescription Drug Take Back Day. Bring any unused prescription medications to the Birdsall-Fagan Police Court Facility for safe disposal. Mark your calendars now for Thursday, November 3rd at 6 p.m. at the Ossining Community Center, 95 Broadway. The Ossining Shoreline Revitalization Community Meeting to share feedback on the draft shoreline improvements. We look forward to hearing your input and how we can improve our waterfront to reflect your values and priorities. This is especially relevant as we mark the 10th anniversary of Superstorm Sandy, which devastated the New York metro area, as well as our local waterfront, reminding us of the importance to plan for a more resilient waterfront going forward. And an interpreter and translated materials will be available for Spanish speakers. Learn more about this project and its importance at https://www.greenossining.org/shoreline/resiliency/ or go to Green Ossining. I'm sure you can find it. Now, a roundup of Halloween fun around Ossining this week. Sing Sing Kill Brewery will be hosting 2 fun Halloween events this week. Starting tomorrow night, Wednesday, October 26th at 7 p.m. for costume karaoke. The fun continues with a Halloween celebration with New York Vinyl and Brew on Thursday, October 27th at 6 p.m. This Halloween vinyl listening party will get you into the spirit for a weekend. The Greater Ossining and Briarcliff Chambers of Commerce will be hosting a spectacular fall fest this Saturday, October 29th from 12 noon to 5 p.m. at Club Fit on North State Road. Come for live music, games, local business giveaways, food trucks, trunk or treat, and lots of other fun. Don't forget your costumes. Mike Grissom Music will be hosting the Trick or Treat to the Beat on Saturday, October 29th from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Don't miss out on the Rocktober fun and be sure to bring a new winter hat or mittens to contribute to the Keep Warm Drive for Oakland. They have a lot of vendors and other things, as well as the, trick or treat to be at that event. After a 2-year hiatus due to COVID, Trunk or Treat on Main Street is back on Halloween from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Head down the Main Street for a DJ, games, and lots of fun, and of course, a lot of candy. This event is organized by the Ossining Police Department, Ossining Recreation, and Ossining Rotary Club. All right, that's it for announcements. Does anybody else have any announcements? Okay. The admin report on town operations. Okay, we're preparing to file the 2023 tentative budget this week. The full budget will be posted to the town website later this week, but as a preview, we're looking at a tax rate decrease across the town general and unincorporated funds. The town board will be discussing the budget line by line in work sessions on Thursday, November 3rd and Friday, November 4th. These meetings will be hybrid format, like our regular town board meetings. We'll be posting the Zoom access information with the budget later this week. Our highway, parks, and cemetery departments have been attending their annual safety training sessions. Last week, all the staff assigned to these departments attended confined space, trenching, and shoring safety training. Tomorrow, they will be attending the annual suite of safety training, including bloodborne pathogens prevention training, emergency response training, and other required training. In 2021, we went an entire year without a workman's comp claim, thanks to regular training and incredible leadership and positive examples of our highway cemetery superintendent Pete Connolly, our foreman Kevin Moore, and Mario Velardo. Thank you to our hardworking staff. Any liaison reports? Okay. Are there any members of the public who would like to comment on any of the resolutions before the board this evening? Seeing none? Okay,
Board resolutions. Approval of minutes, regular meeting, October 11th, 2022. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby approves the October 11th, 2022 minutes at the regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approval of minutes, special meeting, October 18th, 2022. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby approves the October 18th, 2022 minutes of the special meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the voucher detail report. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby approves the voucher detail report dated October 25th, 2022 for the amount of $91,486.38. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Authorized to bid. Residential refuge collection. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby issues a request for bids for the removal of refuge, garbage, and commingled recyclables at residential properties in the unincorporated area of the town of Ossining, with bids due back to the office of the town clerk by 10 a.m. on Thursday, November 17th, 2022. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Okay, so our contract for residential refuse collection expires at the end of this year, so it's time for us to go out to bid. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Donation, catch basin. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining accepts the donation of a catch basin from Casanathan International Group Incorporated, 540 North State Road, Suite 7, Briarcliff Manor, New York, 10510, valued at $400. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Okay, so the Citizen International Group reached out to our highway superintendent to see if the highway department would accept a donation of an unused catch basin. Superintendent Connolly recommended strongly that we accept this donation. It's always good to have these on here. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Local law number 6 of 2022, restoration of town roads. Whereas on certain occasions, private property owners and public agencies, utilities request to do work on or under town roads for safety and consistency purposes, and so that those doing the work are aware of what restoration is required after the work is completed, the town board believes it is in the best interest of the town health, safety, and welfare to enact legislation requiring the restoration of town roads, and whereas the town board opened a duly noticed public hearing of the proposed local law and the meeting of October 11th, Tuesday, October 11th, 2022, and members of the public having the opportunity to attend and be heard. The public hearing was closed on October 11th, 2022. And whereas the local law has been on the desk for the members of the town board for at least 7 days, exclusive of Sunday, prior to the adoption of this resolution, and now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby adopts a negative declaration pursuant with the State Environmental Quality Review Act, determining that this action does not have a potential of any significant adverse environmental impacts as a local law, will ensure roads are restored to more improved standards than currently provided in the code, and also incorporates green elements in the restoration. And therefore be it further resolved that the town board, after due deliberation, finds that for the affirmation of the safety, health, and well-being of the persons and properties in the town, it is in the best interest of the town to adopt said local law, and the town board hereby adopts local law number 6 of 2022, and be it further resolved that the town clerk is directed to enter said local law in the minutes of this meeting into the local law book of the town of Austin, to publish said minutes in the newspaper published by the town, and if any, or such newspaper published in the county of which the town may be located, having circulation in such town, and affidavits of said publication be filed with the town clerk, and a filed copy to be of the local law sent to the Secretary of State of New York. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Oh, no, yeah, okay, roll call, please.
Almost back.
Councilmember Manicchio.
All right, wait, I had a-
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. We're very pleased this evening to adopt this local law. We hope it will set the tone with outside entities that when they do work on our roadways, we have set the tone when outside entities do work on roadways. Speaking of which, we learned from Con Ed they will be completing their work on 134, woo-hoo, in the town before the end of October. We are glad to hear this work will be complete and the road will be restored before the winter. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Councilperson Manicchio. Aye.
Aye.
Councilperson Meyer.
Aye.
Councilperson Fields Will.
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor Sullivan.
And Supervisor Levenberg would like to note that her raising her hand is her, votes, even though she's not present and not voting, but very important for the law.
Yeah, so I know we're all very excited about getting this law on the books, so that more responsible roadways will be had.
Correspondence to be received and filed. Resolved that the town board of the town of Austin hereby accepts the following correspondence. The town planning board minutes for May 4th, 2022, September 7th, 2022, and September 21st, 2022. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Consideration of this.
Okay. Are there any members of the public who would like to address the board on any topic whatsoever? Okay, seeing nobody in our physical audience and our supervisor in our virtual audience, we could move on. Okay, so can I have a motion to adjourn to executive session for advice of counsel and personnel, please?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you for joining us. We will all see you next Tuesday, November 1st, for a work session via Zoom and in person at 16 Croton. Have a great night. Happy Halloween, happy Diwali to all those who celebrate, and be safe. Good night.